What's up, everyone? Welcome to the FOMC live stream. Today is Wednesday, December 18th. It's just not the same without intro music, but I still haven't gotten my FOMC intro together yet. Hope everybody's doing good. Just took the ratio diagonal today, aka the crean. Booked a quick $3 profit. Which equated to about 36, right at 3,600. That thing is still printing last I looked. So I booked 3,600. It was up over 15,000. It's now up about, if I had held my position, be up about 13,000. So this has happened a couple other times too, or at least one other time that I remember, where you get a big push up like that, it just prints. Of course, we don't know that ahead of time, and sometimes it's not as lucrative or as quick profits, but it's typically when you get that push up before FOMC day is where the profits really come into that thing. So anyway, I took that, and then I took one day trade, a Mighty 90 short in Meta. And then I've got, as far as double calendars go, I posted in the calendar chat. I hit 20% of my 6-7, so I closed half of that. 3-4 double calendar from Monday, hit 20%, half of that closed. And half of my 2-3 closed when it hit 20%. So I've got half of each of these that I'm going to hold through FOMC. And then I've got my 7-8 from Monday, which has been underwater, and it's kind of back to life, basically at break even right now, maybe down a little bit, depending on where I would get filled. So I have an order to close a third of those out at 60 cents. I got in at 45 cents. And so I'm just going to hold. I mean, if we have a vicious down move, that one's going to go into the red pretty quick, but we've got some room. I mean, if we go down a little bit and bounce, could see some good IV cooperation after the announcement. So we'll just see. I'm going to hold it for now. I've still got my order in to close a third of it. And then my 6-8 from this morning is pretty much break even as well. I've got an order just to close it at, so I got into that one at 250. I've got an order to close it at 260. It's still just hanging out right at 250. So it's got a little risk in both directions, but it's got some decent range. I mean, it's got 20 points up or down that it would be fine. So I'm just going to hold it for now. If the announcement comes out, might get a little pop and it'll close it out, but I'm just going to hold it for now. And for FOMC, I plan to do my 2 FOMC trades. My FOMC Iron Condor will go on just before the data is announced, which comes out here in about 9.5 minutes. So I'll be putting that on, and then as always, 5 minutes after the press conference starts, I will buy my long strangle, looking for to capture potentially a decent move. We've had some interesting price action. I mean, this is some pretty big swings for pre-FOMC. It kind of settled down here the last hour, but we opened up, had a little bit of a dip, and then just rallied nonstop up through the expected move, then had a big pullback, then a big bounce up towards highs, and then it just kind of has settled in. But so I haven't really looked at the news. I'm not sure if there's any actual catalyst for that movement, but looking at financial juice, it looks like, let's see, there's crude oil inventories. Looks like there's some news out of China expanding its nuclear forces. That was around 9 a.m. That typically doesn't send the market higher. And then Russia moves advanced weaponry from Syria to Libya. It was at 10:20. So anyway, market was shaking and baking a little bit going into FOMC. No, I go in here in about 3 minutes. Oh shoot, I forgot. My bot did fire a Rick earlier, and I meant to get out of it. It's down a little bit here. Just need to close that out. I don't want to mess with that. There we go. So the $4 strikes looks like that'll be the 60.85 calls and the 60.35 puts, so 50 wide. So I'll fire mine off here in about 1 minute. So we've got about a 20. Well, the market maker move shows 22. The option chain expected move shows 26. So let's call it split the difference, 24, 25 point expected move the rest of the day. That's what the options are pricing in. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and fire off my Iron Condor. Build at 760. So it's the 85 and 35 are my shorts. Yeah, I think I did used to do it at 10 minutes before. I don't remember when I changed it. What price did you get, Krish? $7.65, and I got filled at $7.60. So you got me by a nickel. Are you on the same strikes? 85s, 35, 60 wide. Got got my CNBC on in the background now. See what kind of tie Jerome's sporting. Purple's always bullish. Blue is bearish. As far as individual stocks go, Robinhood is down 4%, Rivian down 4%, AVGO down 3.5%. A couple little days of pullback on AVGO after the big couple of days after earnings. Broadcom's over $1 trillion company now. I guess the it used to be FANG was the name of the big boys. Then it was the Mag 7. Now the new acronym is Batman. You guys heard that? Broadcom, Apple, Amazon are the two A's. Tesla, Meta, Apple or Amazon, Nvidia. Batman. Let's see. Riot blockchain down 3%, Lulu down 2%, Coinbase down 1.5%. Wow. SoundHound. It's on fire again today. It's up to $24. It was just at $6 a few weeks ago, a month ago. CVS is up 5%, PLTR up 4%, Nvidia up 4%. Nvidia catching a little bounce here last couple days. Uber's up 3.5%. It's been on a slide, but it's bouncing the last couple days. Lyft also up. Boeing up 2%. MU has earnings after the bell today. Not sure I'll do anything with FOMC, but we'll see. Whoa, data's out. Market's dropping. Little 6-point drop. Little VIX pop. Part of my calendar just got filled. 5 of 50. Okay, moving down. Still coming down. Got a $4 stop loss on my Iron Condor. It's down about 2. My stop is at 1160. Yep. little 20-point drop right out of the gate. Mine's managed by Trade Steward, so yeah, I have it as a bot algo. Oh, it's a well, yeah, it's on the price of the full iron Condor, but it's on the shorts only. Is how I have it set up. S&P, SPX right at unchanged. The data was US rate futures price in more than a 90% chance that the Fed will hold rates at the January meeting. I don't even see what they do. Cut a quarter point, right? Yeah, they cut a quarter point. Well, if we could get a bounce and suck some premium out, that would be helpful. VIX has not contracted since it popped. Tesla made a new all-time high, had a pretty decent pullback where it's at right now. SPX, NDX still coming down. Still coming down. And stopped. SPX through yesterday's lows. NDX through yesterday's lows. Amazon coming down hard. Apple, Google, everything's coming down. SPX cracking through the lows, that little consolidation it's been in. So we pushed up above the expected move for the day, and now we're pushing below. Oh, wait, I don't think I put it in today. 34.5. No, I did not. So expected move to start the day was 34.5. So yeah, we have not reached that yet, but we're about 10 points away. I had about 40 cents of slippage on Trade Steward on mine, Joseph. 45 cents. Is it 11.60? I got stopped at 13.05. Oh, that's more than, yeah, 13.05, 11.60. So that's a $1.40. Yeah, it's a pretty nasty little candle. I do still have my long puts though. They're at $1.60. How low can we go? Close half my puts here. Close 3 of my 6 for puts for $1.95. Ooh, that's a nasty little sell-off. Nasty, nasty. Yeah, I don't know either, but I mean, that was a nasty bar with, an event like this. I don't think it was out of bounds of what could be considered normal for this. I mean, they definitely really widen out the bid-ask spreads for this. All right, now SPX is hitting its lower expected move. Well, with ball all juiced up now, I don't know about the long strangle. You could use the expected move where it's at right now as a potential bounce point. Tesla starting to bounce a little bit. Nvidia bounced a little bit. AMD, little bounce. NASDAQ starting to bounce a little bit. VIX up to 16.26. Okay, so those calendars is all over the place. I don't know where they're trading. NASDAQ bouncing a little bit. Yes, Sanray, are you on the live stream? No bounce out of SPX. NASDAQ had a little bounce. Tesla's trying to bounce. Got 3 puts left. I've got an order to close another one at $3. Well, my remaining double calendars are holding up okay. Still profitable. Took away some open profits. Still moving lower. Puts are getting close to $3. There we go. Hit $3. Still have two left. S&P futures down 45. NASDAQ now down 228. Russell down 26. Dow down 270. So my calendars are really the only thing I have on, so they could use a bounce, but Amazon made a little flush through yesterday's lows and starting to bounce. Tesla's starting to bounce. All right, I just got long some NASDAQ futures. See if I can catch a little bounce. Big bounce out of coin, Apple, Tesla, Nvidia. Everything's bouncing. Coin had a monster volume bar on that previous red bar. Bitcoin is down about 3%. It's been just kind of choppy all day. Big bounce in Apple. Yeah, all the big boys still bouncing. SPX, NASDAQ still bouncing. VIX starting to come down a little bit off of its highs. Coin back up to yesterday's lows. Is that all we get? Is that all the bounce there is? NASDAQ and S&P pulling back a little bit. All the big boys pulling back a little bit. Not Apple, though. Apple's still bouncing. Dow going for its 10th red day in a row. Everything coming back down. My long puts from my Iron Condor still at $3. I've got two left. Oh wow. Man, Trade Steward's been acting goofy lately. I mean, I just got a notification of an Iron Condor closed. It was a Rick in my other account. Ended up hitting 35%. But very odd. Yeah, here comes another little bounce. Jerome is on the stand. gonna get long Apple on this bounce here. See if we get any follow through. Just because it's the strongest of all these, it kind of bounced the most when we started to bounce. So if we can get a little follow through on this bounce. Apple's the one that I chose. All right, so it's go time for the strangle. I'm just gonna do 2. So it looks like it's coming down the 60.25s and the 59.95s, filled at 12.55. You can sell a put spread too for a bounce, for sure. So I'm on the 95 puts and the 25 calls. See if we get another move here out of Jerome. Here come the questions, Jerome. Moving back down. All right, I need to bounce here. Otherwise, I'm going to just cut my Apple. Didn't get any follow through off that bounce. Let's try it again. Google's really bouncing off of that 194-ish. Oh, let's see. That 190, right below 195. Bounced 3 times this morning, just bounced a couple more times off of it. It was kind of choppy to the lower here the last 20 minutes or so after the flush. What's Jerome yapping about? Anything exciting? SPX coming back down near lows. That premium in that long strangle's eroding quickly. That's kind of what I was afraid of after that big flush when we got that vol pump. But if we can get another quick move. Get a quick 15-point move lower. Still about 20 plus points expected move left. No, I cut that when it started to, on this bar, when it started to come back down. I got out of some, but still took a red. Still went red a little bit. All right, I'm getting out of Apple. So minus 360 on Apple. No follow through. Down below 6,000 in SPX. All right, I'm going to get rid of these long puts from my iron condor. Wait, which ones are which here? Okay. Yeah. They're over $4 now. Sold at $5. I've got one left. You got your 35%. I did not. You were one strike higher, looks like. Yeah. Sold at 520 on my last long put for my iron condor. All right, I need a little bit more. Another quick little flush to hit my PT. Mine's trading at 15.50. My profit target's at 16.95. I got in a couple minutes late. There it is. Hit. All right, so that helps. The long puts and the long strangle helped against the iron condor loss. S&P down 70. Woo! Let's see, my 3-4. $59.90. My remaining 3-4 is looking good. Still use a bounce, but That's the biggest bar we've seen in a while, my friends. Got used to these little tight daily ranges. VIX at 17.4. Just like that. Just like that. Meta breaking through lows. Goog flushed its lows. Nvidia's still up 2.75% on the day. No, I didn't. That never hit, so I'm still holding Moel. That one's in my wife's account, so I'm not going to tell her about that one. Unless it bounces back. Then I'll tell her. How low can we go? First time under 6,000 since November. Sorry, guys. I'm just logging my trades from this morning. Just kind of keeping an eye on the markets at the corner of my eye. Still flushing. Holy moly. VIX 18.36. Let's go. Get nasty. My 2-3 is on the 6100s. And the 6005. My 3-4. It's getting close to 20 points below my put strike. It's got a nice profit. So it's either about to close or I'm going to close it. Yeah, my 3-4 double calendar is currently trying to close. There we go. Haven't seen a sell-off like this in one day since maybe like September. September 3rd and September 6th, just eyeballing a daily chart. Looks like red bars of similar stature. Tesla's down 5%. Nvidia is still up 1% after it gapped up. I mean, S&P had a pause right around its expected move, basically, and it has been just nothing but down. Needless to say, I don't think we're going to get into a Mahomes today with this movement. Let's see, the 60 butterfly. Wow. Yeah, these are expensive. The at the money calls when you get in are usually maybe around $2-ish. They're currently 10. Yeah, at the money butterflies are trading for maybe, well, I have no idea. It's all over the place. Maybe 40 cents. VIX approaching 19. And my one DTE from yesterday, which was transformed into a risk-free upside vertical, pretty sure it's going to hit minimum profit, not max. So plus 150 on that one. Yep, they did. I wasn't able to attend, but they had a live presentation, kind of a demo of the Option Omega um, bots automation. I've been testing it, beta testing it for them for about the last probably 6 to 8 weeks. They are on a kind of a wait list, so you can sign up on their wait list, and so they're going to be bringing folks on board in phases. What else? I mean, it's essentially as easy as here's my back test. Click the button that says create automation, allocate, the amount of capital or number of contracts you want to trade, and it's done, and it manages the trade just like the back test. Here's the dashboard. So I only have my 2-3 double calendar still open on here, but here's kind of my daily live trades. And so, it'll show your open trades, and then here's all the ones that closed today. So it's really nice how it's laid out. Like on my 3-4, for example, um, at 20%, I take half off. So I had 5 contracts in this case, and so it took 3 off when I hit 20%, and then my put got tested was my second one. So it looks just like the trade log, basically. On my second 2 contracts, put was tested, so it closed those. So it gives you your total P&L, percentage, legs, price of each leg, entry price, exit prices, times, all that good stuff. It's really nice. Probably need to close this remaining 2-3. I've got 1 contract left. It's right on the edge. Might print nicely if we get a bounce, but Works with Tradier and Tasty right now. Schwab is going to be available at some point, but it's really just Tasty and Tradier for now. So they kind of build out all the little bells and whistles and things, and then they'll start onloading a couple additional brokers. VIX 19.1. Not ready to start doing any VXX trades yet, but if we get some more follow through with this spike, definitely will. You can do this one for almost even money. It's a little bit of a buffer up to 60 in VXX, which would be kind of the highs of those other previous little spikes. I don't mind that. Kind of like it. I'm gonna wait. Let's see if we get any more follow through here. Oh boy. Hit VIX 20 today? My, oh my, how quickly things change. Wow. A good day to size down on that long strangle, huh? My big two lot really paid. Last FOMC after the election, I skipped out on the Iron Condor. It was a winner. Did the long strangle. It was a loser. Today, the Iron Condor is a loser. Long strangle winner. But I made out okay with those long puts. 52. Yeah, you can't bet for something like this. Oh yeah, S&P down 105, NASDAQ down 515. 3% in rut. Full 3%. Market did not like Jerome today. What color tie is he wearing? I didn't even look. Well, it's kind of purple, but it's not his normal bullish purple. Yeah, it's got hints of black in it. Oh, there's a bounce. There's a little bounce. I mean, that was a 20-point bounce. Real quick. I'm gonna miss Jerome. What's he got? 2 years left? Tesla down over 6%. Coinbase down almost 7%. SoundHound gave up about half of its gains. Was up 20 plus. Now it's only up 10. Riot Blockchain down 11%. What's Bitcoin doing? Oh, Bitcoin's selling off. Bitcoin's down 5%. So Disney's unchanged. FedEx is a little bit green. Expedia a little bit green. Target a little bit. Kroger, PDD, Boeing, Nvidia, Uber, CVS, and SoundHound are the only green ones on my list. Well, it feels good to have a good, solid week of calendars to close out the calendar year. I won't be doing any. I'll still be doing some discretionary, like 6, 7 put calendars, but won't be doing any double calendars this Friday or the following Friday till the new year as we wind things down. Next week is Christmas, kids. Can you believe it? It's Christmas. So we've got final GDP and unemployment claims tomorrow pre-market and core PCE Friday pre-market. No, that is exactly what Christmas feels like, Elliot. Christmas come early. Next week, Monday, consumer confidence. Tuesday, nothing. Wednesday, Christmas. Thursday, unemployment claims. Friday. So we won't be streaming. Well, we're gonna stream. Chad will be streaming live for the market open on Monday morning, and then we'll be doing Power Hour Monday afternoon. But then we won't be streaming at all the rest of the week. We got Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, a couple days after Christmas. Things are going to be pretty light. So Well, every good sell-off is followed by a nice little short squeeze, so Santa he still might come through for you. Holy moly. S&P down 115. VIX. Oh, I thought it cracked 20. VIX is not back up to its highs even with this last flush. Oh yeah. Don't get too used to the VIX in the 19s. It'll be gone before you know it. Still holding my SMCI puts, but they're not nearly as red as, or SMCI is not nearly as red as some of these other stocks. You have MU after the bell. Anyone wants to partake? I don't really have any ideas, Eric G. I always just do kind of a broken wing butterfly with a directional bias. Are you bullish or bearish on it? Not sure I'd get bullish right now personally, but never know. You can see, days when the markets are down big, but company has a good earnings and it kind of bucks the trend. I mean, that happens all the time, but well, if we look at a little bearish fly, it's got at a 13-point expected move. It's only $100 stock. It's almost got a 13% expected move. So that would put us down at about 92. Yeah, I don't think so. I think I'm going to pass. If I did something, it would be something like this. Man, this thing is just relentless. Down, down, down. Well, I was hoping for a bounce for my last contract on this 2-3, but that hasn't happened. S&P down a full 2%, NASDAQ down almost 3%, Russell down almost 4%. And the little Dow, who's been the weakest for the last 10 days, is the least weak, down 1.6. I mean, this is bigger than any sell-off in September. Just eyeballing the daily chart here. Maybe there's a couple nasty days in August, but some of that was overnight. It's a big red day in April. That might be about the same. Let's see, that was high to low, 51.68, 52. So that was about 112. Yeah, we got that beat. It's the biggest sell-off of the year, I think. One day sell-off. 52, 56, 51, 46. Yeah, that's 100 points. Huh. X cracking 20, baby. With authority. Are we going to hit circuit breakers today? I mean, what's going on here? Was Jerome really that negative on the economy? I thought he sounded pretty positive. August 5th was 160 points. Let's see. We're closing in on that. August 5th. Okay. Yeah, but that was with overnight move. I think this is the biggest intraday. Yeah, with the gap. July 24th. Yeah, that's with the gap as well. So this is definitely the biggest red bar. Full red bar in SPX. We got a ways to go for the circuit breaker. We got to be down 7% for the circuit breaker to kick in. So not sure we'll get there today. May get saved by the bell though. Holy moly. This thing is picking up steam. I think this is what we call a long squeeze. Russell down 4.3%. All the buy the dippers getting hammered right now. They're getting squeezed out hard. I took a couple little buy the dips. I tried to buy the NASDAQ, got out of a little bit on that bounce, and then closed the rest. Took a little, tried to buy the dip in Apple. Took a little loss on that one. That was all she wrote. No more tries. Oh, wow. Yeah, Tesla down 10%. Coinbase down 10%. Get nasty out there. Not sure. You may need to adjust the strikes in MU now after we've sold off another boatload. But here's what I had modeled. Chad, are you still on the stream? Looking at our little poll in the zero DTE channel. So my question for the group was, would you prefer if I'm going to create a new channel just to post trades in, because I know my zero DTE trades are kind of scattered between transformer channel, live chat channel, and all that. So I'm creating a new channel just for trades where there's no chat. And so my question was in the zero DTE channel was, Chad just posts his trades in his chat, which obviously as people comment and things, they can get kind of pushed up. And so I was asking Chad if he wanted to post just his trades in the same trade channel as well. And so he mentioned asking you all kind of what your preference would be. It looks like not a very decisive answer out of the group. Looks like 41 people said post trades in the new trade channel, and 30 said continue posting trades in his chat as he's been doing. So, I mean, we could, I mean, if you guys don't mind kind of the current structure around with the TLC, I mean, Chad can just keep doing what he's doing, but well, we don't, that's kind of what we have right now. Oh, trade chat. There you go. Okay. So yeah, that's what I was going to say. I mean, if it really makes sense to, I mean, we could have a separate channel just for Chad to just post Chad's trades, and then I could have my own trade channel. I just try to limit. I mean, we've already got so many channels in here. Just try to limit. You can see up above, I kind of consolidated the butterfly trades, iron duck trades, hedgehogs, all into the option selling category to kind of eliminate some, to kind of clean things up. But yeah, I can do that as well. S&P down 3, full 3%. Russell down over 5. Holy moly. VIX 24. Ooh, baby. Now that is a red bar. Coming down to the November lows, or November 18 lows. We had lower lows in November 4th, right before the election. But yeah, we are down to the lows of the day after the election, or the election day. What was the 6th or was it the 5th? Tuesday the 5th. Okay, yeah, so that's the day after the election. We're at the lows of the day after the election. Yeah, I think that's probably fine, Chad. I mean, because especially recently, you've only been doing like 1 or 2 trades a day, so it's not like you've got a bunch of trades people are searching for or anything like that. But got a little over 2 minutes till MOC. I have no idea. I haven't seen any correlation between like a big move previously and a big number, except on the last day of the month. Getting a bounce. Just had a 33-point bounce on that 5-minute bar. Doesn't look like much, but it's 33 points. One minute till MOC. $5,900 butterfly. Still trading for maybe a buck, maybe less. I don't know. Here comes the MOC. $2.4 billion sell side. Price didn't move on that sell side number yet. There you go, Chad.
Yeah. So this big crash we're having, I don't know if you guys remember last year when I was trading TLC in December, I had one day where I made 16 grand and the next day 17 grand. And one was on a massive down move, one was on a massive up move. It was FOMC week last December as well. I don't know how much the market moved last December during FOMC week, but um, when I figured out what my puts would have been worth there, it reminded me of those. And it was accidental. Like I didn't, what I didn't, what happened was, is I had like 30 puts on or 30 calls on from like 3 TLC trades, and they all just made a ton of money on a massive move.
So
Mid
last December,
mid December.
uh,
You're in November there. It was like, what's that big red bar?
well, that one was 1220.
Okay.
And then and it did gap up the next day, so that was probably it. That would have really could have only been the only time in mid-December. So
Yeah, it might not have been
1220
as
and
big a move
1221.
today, but I had like, I remember having like 30 contracts on because at that time I really wasn't closing my longs at all. What's that down move there?
That was high of 78, low of 97. So that was about an 80-point down move. But SPX was only at 4,700 at that point too. So on a percentage
Right.
basis.
Right.
And then it
I,
gapped up the next day and ran. So I'm sure that was it.
yeah, that was probably it right there. Because when it dropped so quick, I just remember saying, "How am I up so much?" And then that's when the light bulb went off about the longs. I got in some Tesla puts here when it broke through lows of day.
Which lows of day?
Let's see, it would have been while you were streaming. So it would have been
So it kind of bounced up towards the low, yesterday's lows,
so
probably when it
right
cracked that
around
low.
right around 130-ish, 135.
the morning's lows of days.
Yeah, yeah,
I gotcha right here. So yeah,
yeah. That's when I knew, okay, this is probably flushing good. So I got in some contracts there and scaled out. I thought it might. I was waiting to see if it was going to bounce off that level.
man, my SMCI puts are not really flushing like I would have hoped. Getting a little bounce here. Maybe the only consecutive 2 green bars in a row since FOMC. A
Yeah, it'll
little
be interesting
relief
to see
bounce.
if we get a bounce and how much the VIX contracts tomorrow. We'll have to wait and see.
It's like it hit a high of 23.87, back down to 22 and a quarter on this bounce.
One DTE might be back in play.
VIX up 40% today. Interesting. VXX is only up 12. Five minutes to go. It might be time for the ducks might be quacking. Let's see if we get any follow through tomorrow or Friday. Yeah, I think the last duck I put on was right here on November 15th on this little pullback. Haven't seen much till now.
Man, Tesla made like a 26-point bounce in those 10 minutes. Wild.
Well, we got 2 green bars, but now we're coming back down. 4 minutes to go. I was on the 59.75 puts. Yeah, they'd be still up about 80, about 85 right now. I sold them at $5. Felt good about selling them at $5. They're at 90.
Yeah, I mean that's like that's what I was talking about. Like I would have made 16 grand if I would have sold them at lows of day. That's wild. What'd you buy them for?
Uh, Bottom for 22 cents.
90.
22 cents to $90.
Oh man, that's wild.
That's why we have put skew, my friends. That's why there's put skew. Stair step up, elevator down. One minute till the close. SPX at 58.87. VIX creeping back up. SPX, it wants new lows. Wants a fresh low for the day. 40 seconds. VIX wants a new high. VIX wants 24.
My puts would be 106, 108.
Yeah, mine would be $100 right now.
111. Wow. Darn it.
Ten seconds. VIX, new high. VIX 24. SPX, new low.
120.
Ding, ding, ding. Saved by the bell.
136.
Strangle worth $130.
Oh my God.
All right, kids. That was fun. That was fun. All right, so let's see. I think Chad's streaming tomorrow. Tomorrow is the 19th. So yeah, Chad's streaming live for day trading at the open. And then we'll be back for Power Hour at a regularly scheduled time. Everybody have a good night. Talk to you soon.